Well, good evening, everyone, wherever you are, whether you're a student currently at Year 11 at JCG or Year 11 at one of the other schools on the island, or maybe and definitely Year 11 at a school in the UK, you are very, very welcome to the launch of our sixth form week, where you are invited to join us to explore the options available at JCG over the next 2 years. It's really lovely to welcome you. We're really excited to invite you to join us here at this very special place, a place where many, many people call JCG their second home. I want to be very brief, but I want to be very clear. My name is Carl Howarth. I'm principal of the college, and I have been now for a number of years. I know that your journey of learning, not just about your academic, but your journey of learning about yourself and your place in the world and your ambition and desire to build a better world, is a 7-year one here at college. And we're talking tonight about the last 2 years, and I think the best 2 years of that journey are in the sixth form. It's the culmination, the fulfillment and the conclusion of what we've been working for. So whether you've been at JCG or you're in another school, it is the bringing together of everything that has been, everything that you've been experiencing since joining at school at the age of 3. This is it. This is the time, and this is the most exciting element. Because whilst our students may do well academically, and they do well academically, there are reasons for that, and both Annabelle, Chloe and Michaela, our head girl team, will tell you a little bit about what those ingredients are that make this place so special. It's also about the person that you are. And we hope that when you leave us, you will go on to have that self-confidence, that relaxed elegance, and that deep passion and burning desire to use the talents and skills and character that you possess to mature it further, whether that be at university or in the world of work, but more importantly, to use it to build a better community. That may be here in the island, it may be in your friendship groups, it may be on a global stage. I'm always inspired and amazed by what our students go on to do. But fundamentally, a JCG education is about developing you as a person who wants to go and make the world better, and it needs you to do that. So over the next 2 years, our whole experience is about giving you that confidence, that character, and those accomplishments that will enable you to go on and do that. So this evening, Annabelle and Chloe and Michaela are going to talk to you about their experiences in the sixth form. And then we're going to introduce Mrs. Hopkins to you, who is our head of sixth form, to tell you more about the mechanics of how you join this very, very special place called Jersey College for Girls. I hope you enjoy. It's a great and exciting time in your life, and it's important for you to make the decisions that are right for you. And we are here to support you in every step of the way. Okay, Anna.
Hello everyone, I'm Annabelle and I am the head girl here at JCG. I take maths, biology and chemistry A-levels with the hope to study civil engineering at university next year. For me, the decision of whether or not I would continue my journey into sixth form was a no-brainer, as I had heard many times from many older girls that it would be the highlight of my time at JCG, and so far they are very true. Not only have I grown such a passion for all my subjects, but as a person I have learned so much about myself and what kind of future I'm driven towards. This new chapter in your life is one in which you will reach a whole new level of maturity through taking control of your own learning, expanding your friendships, and taking on more responsibility through leadership roles, all allowing you to realise your true potential. Of course, A-levels are challenging, there's no doubt about that. You must maintain resilience, positivity, and a willingness to work alongside constant communication with your teachers if ever things get especially difficult. Choosing 3 subjects out of the vast variety on offer can be daunting, but it generates an atmosphere in your classes where everyone is eager to learn and are dedicated to their A-level. Enjoy the cups of tea with your friends on the comfy sofas in the middle of a hectic day. Take advantage of the quiet study room in your freeze. Get involved with all the us versus them, JCG versus VCJ sixth form events. Sign up for a leadership role so you can make the changes that you want to see made. Form those friendships with the teachers that want nothing more than to see you thrive in the subjects they're so passionate about. I can't guarantee the next 2 years will not be a total rollercoaster of emotions. What I can guarantee is that the next 2 years will be full of some of the best memories you will have at JCG.
Good evening, everyone. For students joining us from other schools and parents who do not know me, my name is Michaela and I'm one of the deputy head girls here at JCG. I study chemistry, maths and biology, and I'm hoping to do an undergraduate degree in chemistry after a gap year of sailing and skiing. One of the most exciting parts of the sixth form life is really getting to know the subjects that you love most and studying them at a higher and more in-depth level. With now only 3 subjects in your day, rather than the 10 that you studied at GCSE, you learn a lot more and at a lot faster pace, as well as developing strong relationships with your teachers. A day in the sixth form consists of 5 periods, 3 dedicated to each chosen subject, or 4 if you have the tenacity to study further maths, which leaves 2 periods, 1 for electives and 1 for self-study. If you take further maths, you don't have to do electives. I know most of you are probably now sat there thinking, what are electives? Well, electives are something that we do to give you a break from normal sixth form life, a little rest, a little enrichment. You choose your electives at the start of each term and there is a wide variety to choose from. Examples include fitness or yoga, mindful colouring and even escape room planning. The electives available change each term, but there are definitely iconic ones that remain every year. For example, the life skills cooking elective from Mrs. Deluche. Some electives give you the opportunity to gain qualifications like the Award in Finance, TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language, or even an EPQ, which all look excellent on a CV or personal statement.
Hi everyone, I'm Chloe and I'm the other deputy head here at JCG. We are so excited to be inviting students, new and old, into joining our sixth form next year. I'm taking biology, chemistry and psychology A-level in hopes of studying medicine after a gap year. The part that I admire the most about sixth form life here in college is the personal development, not only academically, but also as individuals that every student goes through. As Michaela mentioned, only taking 3 subjects makes the relationships that you develop with your teachers that much more personal. And with most A-level classes being smaller than the average GCSE class, the bond between teachers and their classes is incomparable to anything else. And the personal development of each student is an incredible example of this. So no matter what subjects you decide to take, each of your teachers will be incredibly knowledgeable and passionate about the topics they teach, which diffuses into the students and creates an extremely capable and intriguing learning environment for everyone. When students leave our sixth form college, not only do they leave with great academic success, but also with a lot of ambition.
I hope what we have said has given you a little insight into what the next 2 years of your life here at JCG will bring. I can't even begin to compare the Year 11 Annabelle to the Annabelle speaking to you here today. Take advantage of this opportunity to discover a whole new and wonderful side to yourself. I would now like to introduce the head of sixth form, Mrs. Watkins.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Howard. Thank you very much, girls. I mean, what more can I say? They've done a very good job of selling the sixth form to us so far. Just get a little technical help with the presentation. There we go. Okay, so my name is Natalie Hopkins and I have the privilege of being the head of sixth form at JCG. I want to talk to you a little bit about the technical side of what happens during your A-levels here and the choices that you're going to be able to make. The girls have already done a really good job of explaining what a day in the sixth form might look like with your 3 subjects of the day, 4 with the further maths and an elective and then a study period. But there's even more to the sixth form, as you will find out when you join next September. The first thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that we have these 3 core subjects. So your day will look, as the girls have said, with these 3 subjects, and you have 24 subjects to choose from in total. They make up our advanced part of the initial part of our advanced learning programme that we go through in the sixth form. So that's the academic side of things, and you will study 5 hours of these subjects each week, which brings you to a total of 15 hours. We then have, as has already been mentioned, the electives programme. So you get to do 1 of these, an hour of these every day. Now, it depends on what you're interested in. So the idea with the electives programme is that it broadens your sixth form curriculum. If you want to do further study, then as the girls have already said, you can do a subject like TEFL or criminology or photography and be examined at the end of that. However, if you'd rather do a little bit of sport and fitness during the week instead, then we have classes from Zumba to CV clubs and kickboxing, and you can sign up for those. Or if you just want a little bit of time to chill, then you're very welcome to be doing yoga, to be learning about the history of art, to be doing well-being sessions, mindful colouring and things like that. So you can really balance your week out so that you've got an experience of a little bit of everything. We also have, for 1 hour a week, the compulsory life skills and choices elective, and that's where we focus on issues of mental health, of well-being, and looking at your post-18 options. It's an opportunity to do a lot of research into what you might want to do once your A-levels have finished and your exams are completed at the end of year 13. Finally, you have time for that all-important independent study. And again, as the girls have already pointed out, there are many places that you can do this, from the sixth form centre, which can be a little noisy at times, to the quiet study room, or indeed the library. Okay, what I'd like to do now is just take you through a brief review of the process and what we have in place for Year 11 this year as they make these difficult decisions. If you're joining us from another school, please get in touch and we can talk about a bespoke programme for you and what that might look like. Okay, so in the autumn term, we've already had a chat to Year 11 from Mr. Sykes and Mrs. Goldthorpe, who did a very good job of outlining some of this information to students already, and also talking about careers and possibilities and what you might want to be thinking about as you make your A-level choices. It's really important to remember that although all of these options and all of these subjects are going to be open to you, you might need to think about what you want to do in the future. For example, if you're thinking about going down the route of engineering, you might want to consider maths. If you're thinking about medicine, and chemistry is all important. Chemistry is actually really important if you're thinking about archaeology. So it's definitely worth doing some research on the UCAS website to see what the entry requirements are for courses to make sure you've got that course selection right. We've got this sixth form information week, and I hope that you're going to find that very useful. But also, students have access to Kudos online careers guidance sessions, and that's going to begin the week of the 10th of November and continue on for a couple of weeks. They'll also have the opportunity next week to go to some core subject taster lessons. What that means is the taster lessons will happen in normal lessons. So if they're doing maths, they'll have an A-level taster lesson in maths, in RS, etc. However, there are certain subjects that students won't have studied before. So things like psychology, politics, economics are all new, classics. And next week during lunchtime, students will have the opportunity to have a little bit of an insight into what's involved in those A-levels too. There's an opportunity in a couple of weeks' time as well for students in Year 11 to discuss with Year 12 and Year 13 students. So again, they get some up-to-date information on courses, on what they're like, on whether or not they're choosing good combinations. And there is also an opportunity for individual sessions with careers advisors later on this month. And if students want to sign up to those, they just need to get in touch with Mr. Sykes. Next term obviously begins with the GCSE mock exams, which I'm sure you're all working really hard to prepare for already. But after that, once we've done and dusted with those, we do some individual interviews. So you'll meet with a member of the senior leadership team here, and they'll discuss what your plans are for 16 plus, but also 18 plus, again, to make sure that everything is synced together and your pathway is looking good. Then you make your core subject choices, so those 3 A-levels that you want to choose by the 3rd of February, and those choices will be confirmed with you later in the term. We don't have option blocks at JCG. The idea is that you pick the subjects that you want to do, and Miss Lee does her best to make things fit. If there's a problem with courses like that, then there's always a possibility that you might be able to study a subject at a different collaboration college as well. So please don't panic. And then finally, we come to the all-important summer term. Obviously, you'll go on study leave and then you'll do your summer examinations. But once they're finished, we're looking ahead to the sixth form again. And so at the very end of June, we host an induction day for you where we talk about the practicalities of the sixth form, including things like the timetable, the dress code, and the skills and attributes needed for to be a successful member of the sixth form here, brought together in our A-level mindset programme. Results day is on there as well, all important. On results day, if you're studying with us, you don't need to do anything. We will speak to you if we need to speak to you, but ultimately you just need to come in on the 4th of September, confirm your course changes, and then begin your sixth form studies on the 5th. So looking ahead to the rest of this evening and maybe on into the rest of the week, in fact, it could be weeks and months of you making these decisions. There will be subject videos available to you on JCG Live as soon as we finish this presentation. This presentation will also be uploaded afterwards, and so you'll be able to have access to that too if you need to see it again. Most subjects have a teacher presentation, but some of them will also have a clip from students who are studying that course with a little bit of information about what it's like to study that course and why they're so good. So finally, from me, if you have any questions, you're very welcome to get in contact with me, to get into contact with Miss Lee, who might be able to talk to you about timetabling and things like that, or with Mr. Sykes, if there's a particular career that you're looking at or interested in, and you want a little bit more information on and how that might sync with your A-levels. But finally, if you want further information, all you need to do is access our sixth form prospectus online. If you scan that QR code now, then you'll have direct access to that. But I hope you enjoy finding out about the array of subjects that we have on offer here at JCG. And Year 11, I wish you every success with the rest of this year, and I look forward to welcoming you into the sixth form in September. Thank you very much.